Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and this video here is to help returning players and new players figure out what's worth looting and what's worth leaving in the Asheron's Call. I'm not going to be claiming that I'm an expert at figuring out what items are worth keeping and what items aren't, but I know the basics enough to where I won't leave something really good behind, and I might pick up a crappy thing every now and then just because. I wanted to go through a few of the items I have now and explain why I decided to keep them from this chest that I've been looting. First up, this gold frost dagger here. It's actually not that good looking at it, at a second glance. It's pretty high value, which means it has a chance of dropping on death if I don't have a lot of items over its value. It has a very high workmanship, which means it'll be very hard to tinker. The only reason I decided to keep it is because it has a double major, although one is useless, major jumping prowess, and major quickness. You'll definitely get that on a piece of gear. It does have very low activation requirements, which is good. And it also has bonus to attack skill and melee defense, which is actually 14% is a decent amount for either of those. But after checking the weapon again, I really don't like what it is, especially since it's frost, and so I'm just going to get rid of it. So this baton here, let's see. Alright, this is a caster weapon, bonus to melee defense. I'm pretty sure that's max, and I'm pretty sure mana conversion on that is max as well. And it also has major willpower. I don't know much about war magic weapons, so if I see one that I think is good, I just hang on to it. And I think that one is good. So, let's look at this. Another gold frost dagger. Low workmanship. Attack skill modifier 19%, melee defense 14%, minor coordination, so it doesn't really have anything like super special there except for the low quality or low workmanship, high attack skill mod, and decent melee defense mod. But it's a frost dagger, and I usually don't use frost weapons for anything, so let's be extra picky with those. This I kept because it has epic cooking, even though it has pretty steep arcane lore requirement for the activation requirement. This compound crossbow, it has good elemental damage bonus. I'm pretty sure 16 is max. Damage modifier 150% is decent, and melee defense, it's only 2% under max. It also has major swift hunter, which improves weapon speed by 20 points. Additional spells can be layered over this. A weapon with a cantrips is very good. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Major piercing ward, and is that the only thing it has on it? It should have something else. Major deception prowess, major piercing ward. I'll trash that too because I don't really care about that. This weapon here, the gold fire trident, I decided to keep because even though it doesn't have like any major or minor or anything like that, because for it being a spear, it has max attack skill modifier and max melee defense modifier that a spear can possibly have. Depending on the type of weapon it is, these are the weapons I know of. Spear is 25% attack skill and 15% melee D. Staff is 15-25. Axe is 22-18. Mace is 18-22. Sword/UA is 20-20. Missile is 130% damage modifier, 16 elemental, 20 melee D. And those are the weapons I know of thus far. Somebody gave me like a quick little list, quick sheet that I can, cheat sheet, I guess you can call it. This weapon here, I decided to keep because it's got max attack skill modifier, 14% melee defense, which isn't too bad, and it has major coordination and major strength, and the activation requirements are pretty easy to meet. And also, it's exquisitely crafted, rank 4 workmanship, which means it's going to be really easy to tinker past or all the way up to 10. This weapon here, missile defense, good elemental damage bonus, good damage modifier, bonus melee defense is pretty good, and it has major quickness on it, and pretty easy to meet activation requirements. This weapon here, I really, really like, because it has workmanship, exquisitely crafted 4, slashing weapon, and then it has, the damage ratio, I really definitely need to improve that. Bonus to attack skill, 17%. Bonus to melee defense, 18%. So they're pretty close to being max. And also it has, this is the drumroll best part, Major Bloodthirst, which is a weapon cantrip, which is very good to have. Major Defender, another weapon cantrip. And Major Swift Hunter, yet another one. So this weapon has it can be buffed by the majors that it has on it, as well as have additional spells layered over it. That's like a oh my god must have for weapons these days. So let's see. I'm gonna open this chest another time. Let me see how many uses I have left. 12. All right, let's take another swig at this chest. All right, give Mag Tools a second to loot everything that it likes, and then that's just like a quick way to save it. Immortal Bob's loot profile is very strict when it comes to this type of stuff. So, and it picked up a cloak with 4. Where is it? Cloak, 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 cloak. There is no cloak in here. How come it says cloak plus 4 cloth gloves? Oh, you stupid piece of crap. All right, we'll start looting with what we come across. I got all excited when I seen a cloak plus 4 because it would almost immediately replace my plus 3 cloak. I actually got a plus 4 Ethera out of I'm pretty sure one of these chests the other day, and they only go up to plus 5, and even the plus 4s are rare as hell. So I'm really excited about leveling that up and using that. So ultimately what I'm going to be doing is going through this and telling you why you should either keep or trash the item. I am kind of picky. If you're a new player and you really want to, you have really crappy gear, say, you quit back in like 02, 03 like I did, and you came back and your gear has like minors on it and some majors, and back then that was good, you might want to be a little more lenient to upgrade your gear pretty fast. Gold Acid Longsword, I don't really want that because it don't got nothing good on it. Let's see, Major Quickness, Major Strength, 92 Arcane Lore, 280 Finesse Weapons. Tech skill mod and melee defense are halfway decent. I'll keep that. It's got a double major, and you never know when I might level a finesse character or give it to a vassal. 17, 16 Silver Warhammer, good thing. Major monster attunement, pretty useless. I'm gonna trash it because it doesn't have anything really good on it. The major on it's useless. Major void magic aptitude, very low armor level, especially for a level 180 requirement item. You're looking for like 250 armor level plus, depending on what level the item requires. Major slashing Bane. The difference between this, you don't want to keep the Banes because it increases a shield or pieces of armor resistance to slashing damage by 15%. You want the major slashing wards, not major slashing Banes. So trash all of the Banes you get and specifically look for wards. Epic wards to be exact. Major jumping prowess, crappy. What is this? Oopsies, wrong one. Major fealty, major flame ward. See, that one's a ward, but I'm gonna trash it because I want an epic ward. Epic sneak attack prowess. Even though if that was a good epic, because exquisitely crafted 4, I would be able to easily get all 10 tanks of steel on that. 214 arcane lore, major cooking. That's pretty low arcane lore, so I'll hang on to that. Major invuln. Major bludgeoning ward, so double with, it's got too high of a workmanship. Let's see, major salvaging, no, I don't care about major salvaging. Major invuln, 420 light weapons base, that's actually not too high. No, I'm gonna trash that. When it comes to 420 is max for finesse, light weapons, heavy weapons, and I'm pretty sure two-handed weapons. You definitely want to check out the item a lot more when you see that it requires max skill, because they're pretty uncommon, not rare, but uncommon. Like most of my weapons require 400, just because it's really hard finding a 421, especially one that's really good. If only that had something good on it, exquisitely crafted. Well, really low armor level, doesn't really matter if it had anything good on it because the armor level just sucks. And another thing to keep in mind is if you find a good item, weapon, something like that, and it takes up too many slots, you can shrink it down with a tailor. Pretty much all of these items I've just gone through are pretty crappy. Aquamarine, I don't feel like salvaging it. It'd take too long. Still crappy. Still crappy. Still crappy again. And drumroll. Still crappy. Alright, so none of those items panned out to be good, and I'm really just showing you loot from these chests here because it's going to be an easier method of, determining what's good and helping you figure out what to keep. You don't have to, use this as an exact guide or anything like that. It's just, you know, you can see a few of the items I loot. Maybe, you know, it'll be similar to any of the things you loot. And I'll explain to you, once again, I'm just going through it again. I'll explain to you why I trashed them or why I kept them. I'm going to do one more chest and end the video. Otherwise, you know, you'll be sitting here all day watching me loot, you know, the Grand Casino chest. And that's no fun, right, guys? You'd rather be looting it yourselves. So, once again, I'm not an expert when it comes to, you know, what items to keep and what items to trash. Although, like I said, this can definitely help new players, you know, get a grip of what to look for and stuff like that. If you wanted to grab a pen and paper real fast, I'll go over the attack skill modifier and melee defense max and on weapons. It's probably on the Wikipedia page somewhere, but it'll be better if you jot it down real quick right now. While I'm going through this stuff and checking it out and vendoring it, I'll go over this. Spear is 25. Let me go to a melee weapon. The first number I say is going to be attack skill. The second number I say is going to be melee defense. So spear is 25, 15. Staff is 15, 25. Ooh, this has epic coordination. I'm going to hang on to that just in case. Okay, axe is 22, 18. That's a pretty good ivory lightning yari there. Major heart thirst. Mace is 18, 22. Sword / UA items / weapons is 20, 20. Real easy to remember. And this is actually pretty close to that, although it's incomparable 9. As for missile weapons, you have usual 130% damage mod, although I think that's kind of off because I've seen them, you know, over 150 before. 16 elemental damage bonus is the maximum elemental damage bonus on them. And plus 20 melee D bonus to melee defense is the max melee defense that a missile weapon can have. So if you use that as a general guide for figuring stuff out, major magic resistance, major sprint, I'm going to hang on to that because I think that's probably pretty good. But if you use that as a general guide for grabbing items, using items, blah, 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 saving them, and what to trash and what not to trash, that'll definitely, you know, give you a good baseline. If you're not sure about anything and you're using a program like MagTools, just highlight it, copy and paste it, and plop it into general or your allegiance chat or anything like that. Somebody will definitely get around to answering you and help you figure out if the item you have is any good or not. Definitely don't be afraid to ask people in this game. People are nice in this game and they're willing to go out of their way to help you out. So definitely keep that in mind when it comes time to identify an item to figure out whether or not you should keep it or trash it. People will go out of their way to help you. Don't abuse it, of course, but definitely, you know, ask for help. This game is one giant, big, loving, happy community family. And we're always willing to help. So aside from that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And, of course, like I said, subscribe for future Asheron's Call gaming videos and guides. I'll catch you guys around. Good luck and happy hunting.